Do, 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 do. Basically, buying stars is silly. I mean, what do you get out of it? You get a piece of paper that says the star has this name that you've got to pick out, but I mean, do you get to travel to the star? It's not like you're gonna go on some extended holiday to it or fix the roof on it. The only thing you get to do with the star that you buy is look up in the sky and be like, oh, I know the name of that star right there. But then again, anyone could look up the name of a star and find its place in the sky and say, hey, I can name that star. So basically, warning for future boyfriends, don't bother buying me a star. Unless you have means of transporting me to the star. Just buy me a pet rock, I'd like that. So Jordan has been wondering, and if you know me at all, you've probably been wondering as well, why I like books so much. Well, first of all, obviously there's the fact that you can get some pretty good stories out of them. And then there's also the fact that sometimes when they adapt a book to the screen, they actually don't pick the best actors. I know, surprising, right? But, you know, they interpret it wrong, or they're like, oh, this person is famous, so people will actually watch it. And they're not really right for the part. How many books do I own? I currently own about 134, give or take a few. That's not including journals, by the way. I would now like to introduce you to this lovely thing I called my bookshelves. See? There's some. And then we travel over here. And there is basically the rest of them. And the reason why you never see them behind me is because I am in a hallway right now. And this is a desk, but it's messy, so you don't want to see it. You end up seeing, instead, the lovely view from behind my desk, which happens to be some wall stuff and a basket of horses, and lower down we have my DVDs on shelving, and then some board games and such. And my pom-poms are down there on the bottom level because I did the whole cheerleading thing for a couple years. And some of my favorite books growing up were like Adventures of Tom Sawyer, Island of the Blue Dolphins, Ring of Endless Light, Little Women, Charlotte's Web, and the Little House on the Prairie books, which I definitely have to say my favorite was Little House in the Big Woods. I particularly remember a scene that I liked where she got this girl that was really mean to her to end up going into this still dark water where there were a bunch of leeches. I found that like hilarious because apparently I have evilness inside me. Some of my current favorites include Stargirl by Jerry Spinelli. I've read it so many times. It really means a lot to me. Like every time I read it, I think, God, I want to be more like Stargirl. And by being more like Stargirl, I mean, I want to be more me. I also really, really, really liked The Fault in Our Stars. Jack and Rose, Allie and Noah. They ain't got nothing on Hazel and Augustus. My favorite Austen novel would definitely have to be Persuasion. Best love letter that I have ever read in a book. I mean, 8.5 years apart, and they still only ever loved each other. That is just amazing. One of the series that I really like is the Blue is for Nightmares series. I have the box set here of Blue is for Nightmares, Red is for Remembrance, Silver is for Secrets, and White is for Magic. And then a little more recently, they came out with Black is for Beginnings. Even though the rest aren't, this one's a graphic novel, which it really kind of ties up the loose ends, so that's nice. But either way, it wasn't really necessary. It just made them seem a little more human. But I really like the Blue is for Nightmares series. She practices Wicca, and she has these premonitions in her dreams, which help her save people. So she's kind of like a superhero, but not really. Just, you know, a super ordinary hero. And then there's this funny little book called The Spotter's Guide to the Male Species. They talk about character traits like how he gets around. By bicycle, either he's deeply passionate about the environment or doesn't wish to contribute to pollution levels, or he simply has never learned to drive. Was he because he was too lazy, too poor, or grounded at the time that all his friends got cars? Yeah, it's really funny. So I would suggest this one. And then another nonfiction book that I really enjoy is The Anglophiles. It's a field guide to the British. Sarah Lyell, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing her name right. She wrote for the New York Times, but then she moved to London in the mid-1990s when she married this one guy. It's a very witty way to better understand a culture that is not American. Obviously it's not American, it's British. This is a book that I didn't expect that I would like. I just picked it up in Target because the back cover sounded interesting. But it's called Girls in White Dresses, and it's by Jennifer Close. Basically it's about women who are about my age and, you know, just dealing with dating or not dating and getting jobs and having to go to all their friends' bridal showers and their baby showers and their weddings and all the craziness of that. So it was really good. I went through a lot of different emotions definitely when I was reading it. It is definitely a lot better than I had expected going into it. Here's one written by an Aussie, because they can write too. Actually, she's very good. The Forgotten Garden, Kate Morton. She also wrote The Distant Hours, which I also have. But I really like this one. It's got some mystery going on. Well, a whole lot of mystery actually. And I just really love her writing style. Even though she jumps back and forth between like present day and sort of present day and then like 100 years ago, it's actually a lot of fun. And of course, yes, I like The Hunger Games. I know that a lot of people do. It's really popular and pretty intense as far as the storyline goes, and you probably already know it, probably have already read it, or watched the movies, or heard your friends talk about it, so I'm not going to insult your intelligence by telling you what it's about, you know? Chances are you already know. And then I also like Wuthering Heights. Back in high school I had to read it, and I didn't really pay attention, I'm not gonna lie. I had like so many other things going on that I skipped like the entire middle and just read the beginning and the end. But I had the book because I have this collection of Charlotte and Emily Bronte's stuff, of their novels. So then I went back and actually read the entire thing, and I really loved it. It's gothic fiction, of course, which means it's really intense, although not really as much as Mysteries of Udolpho, which is also good, but I couldn't really fit it onto my list of favorites. There are books that did not make it because I do not currently own them, such as Paper Towns, for instance. Totally love that book, but I don't currently own it. It is going to be coming to me in that box set, which if you watched my Creeper vid from last week on the official TW Creepers channel, go to the Creeper channel. You'll love it. 4 crazy girls, craziness. You will laugh. Yes, I'm on there too, but the other 3 girls, they're so awesome. And that's all for now, folks. Yeah.